Sorry, your camera shut off, but I just turned it back on. So like I was explaining with immigration, this is really important. Let's say you're a new immigrant, and let's say you're a Latino immigrant or African American immigrant, or an Indian immigrant into America, all right? Astronomical housing costs make it so you can't be middle class, because you can't buy a house, you can't be middle class, all right? If we cut immigration, housing costs will be cheaper, wages will go up. You then can be middle class, you then can buy a house and be middle class, all right? Think about it like this. I wouldn't say most, but I'd say about 50% of white people in America own their own house. Maybe it's 60%, maybe it's 70%. So they're basically protected because they own their house, their mortgage payment's set, maybe they have their house paid off, they're protected. But with minorities, probably about 50, 60, 70% of minorities are renters. So they're not protected. So if they have massive out of control immigration, your wages are going to keep falling, your rent's going to keep going up, you're going to be turned third world. And that's the system of the filthy rich liberal overlords. That's their system. Their system is to create a massive poverty class of poor people at the bottom that are renters for life. They want these people to be dirt poor. They want these people to be renters. They want these people working 70 hours a week for low wages. They want these people to be single, not married. They want these people to be single, totally controllable, voting for left-wing Democrat politicians that then make you poor, make you a renter, and then the corporate elites benefit because you make low wages and then the corporate profits are sky high. So it benefits the corporations, it benefits the mega corporations, they benefit. You get poorer and poorer in your rent control apartment. You get poorer and poorer, and then the mega corporations at the top, they benefit off the low wages that they pay you. That's how the system works. That's exactly how it works, and the Democrats support that system the most. Republicans support it as well, but the Democrats, they support it the most. I mean, they're in the forefront. And you just look at their system, and I'll just say again, if you're an American and you already own your house, you own a business, you're fine. Basically, you're fine, all right? But if you're a renter in America, which tends to be a higher percentage of minorities, higher percentage of blacks, Latinos tend to be renters, a much higher percentage of new immigrants tend to be renters. By you being a renter, you're just going to get poorer and poorer and poorer. And that's their system. They want you poor. Look at California. Look what they've done with the zone restriction in California. Look what all they've done with all the bureaucracy and all the regulations in California. They make the house prices in California astronomical, and then these new immigrants to California, they're never going to be middle class. They're going to be poor forever. And then the filthy rich liberals, they own tons of houses in California. They just get filthy rich. They get richer and richer. And then these new immigrants to California, they just become slaves, renting their apartments, working 70 hours a week, with no future of being middle class. That's their system. That's the Democrat Party system, all right? So if you really want to be pro-African-American, pro-Latino, pro-immigrant, then you support what I support, cutting immigration by 50%, building the wall so our wages go up and the rents go down, housing stables off, and then more people can be middle class. That benefits us. But of course, it doesn't benefit the filthy rich social engineers, the liberal leftist Democrats that want to be filthy rich at the top while we're all dirt poor at the bottom. And the corporations benefit from that system as well. That's why they support it. And that's why they support the Democrat Party and the Republican Party, because they both support that system. Just want to say that real quick.